good things. I would have to imagine what stands out the most to you about tonight.
I thought our guys' conviction to execute a game plan and stick with that game plan was excellent. I told the group this, there are certain moments throughout the season that, you just get up for. And, I pretty much haven't slept since we walked off the court in Portland. And, I've just spent a lot of time on this game. Our staff spent a lot of time on this game. I envision our guys playing hard. They played harder than I could have envisioned. They battled tonight. And those are the two things that stood out.
You had mentioned before the game you wanted to see Luka enter a certain mode. I can't remember exactly what your words were.
Blackout episode.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
He got one. At the end of the first half when he hit the three right in front of our bench, 63-52. He started screaming.
Okay.
I don't know who he was screaming at, but he started screaming. It was great.
He looks kind of like Luka, right? But
yeah.
Can you just describe what you saw from him?
No, I think it was great. He controlled the game when he had the ball in his hands, made some great decisions. I thought the way he handled the shock with Jokic up in pick and roll early, getting us good looks, getting Jackson 2 layups. They had to go to other options. And then on the other end, it was a top-notch defensive game from him. And again, that was all our guys. They battled and they competed and they executed at a really high level.
Big part of the game plan was having Rui physically meet Jokic and deny. I think 7 shot attempts. For him.
Yeah.
Is the tied for a season low this year. How good was Rui in that job tonight? And how good team-wise were you in really just making it difficult for them to even get Nikola the ball?
Yeah, I mean, again, he leads the NBA in touches. He's going to touch the ball, and we tried to limit his touches as much as possible. Thought Rui was outstanding. He was a warrior tonight, a warrior, and all the guys that had primary turns on him. LeBron at one point, Vando for sure, setting the tone with his physicality. Doe as well, and then anytime a small got switched on again, we just stuck with what we were trying to do, and had to live with some things, but that's what we were willing to live with.
And then the second question, in terms of obviously Luka dealt with a pretty big shock to his world when he played. And so you guys spoke, but how important do you think it'll be for him to have played a game like this now in a Lakers uniform as he moves forward with the organization?
Yeah, I think again the sort of return to normalcy, and in some ways a new normal that we're trying to create for him. There are steps to all of that for it to become his new normal, and you need, in some ways, like what about Bob? You need baby steps, and tonight was a baby step.
There's no way he's seen What About
My staff hasn't even seen What About Bob.
I've never even heard of that.
Bill Murray. It's a Bill Murray movie. Yeah, it's an excellent movie. Richard Dreyfuss. Baby steps to the elevator. Baby steps to the elevator.
There was a play in the first half where Luka found LeBron streaking down the court perfectly in stride. He finishes at the hoop. I think this happened a few times already in the short amount of time they play with one another. I imagine that's just instincts. What's it like for you to see them already developing?
Yeah, I think we envision with Luka's decision making, LeBron's decision making, our emphasis on throw aheads, throw acrosses, our running patterns, all that stuff. Like we can be a really good transition team when we get stops and deflections and steals, and certainly you look for that. Like Luka with an advantage and LeBron streaking down the sideline. I feel like something good is going to happen with that.
In that first trip from Vando, he had a couple steals. Was getting.
Yeah, I mean.
I think with the trade being rescinded, okay, center, it might be a soft spot on your roster, but can he make up for it playing small ball 5?
Yeah, again, this is all every night matchup dependent. He's going to play on the ball some. He's going to play at the 5 some. We're going to play a second big some nights. I thought just the energy from the bench, from the guys that didn't play. Keefe again, just leading that was great. And Vando is, he's a Swiss Army knife on the defensive end. He can do a lot of things, and we'll look for him to do a lot of things going forward.
What were the key elements of the defensive game plan? Were there some similarities to how you played with the Knicks and just kind of the swarming, or what was kind of the thing that stood out that you felt like the players really followed?
Yeah, there was a similarity, and just in terms of the messaging around what we were willing to live with, and then the difference was, really just whiting Jokic as soon as he crossed half court, and then just relying on that secondary defender on the backside to take away the over-the-top pass, and they got some of those cuts off of it, and also created some turnovers off of it, and also got the ball in other guys' hands off of that when he did catch the ball. So that we executed that well.
JJ, with the ball movement tonight, it felt like you guys generated a ton of open looks, and even in the first half, you guys missed.
Yeah.
And we're still up, relatively big. What was tonight kind of your vision for the offense, and this sort of a preview of what this group can do as they continue to build on this?
Yeah, I think Luka needs to be the guy that controls the offense, and Bron and AR, because we're going to stagger everybody, they're going to have their times to be on the ball, but all 3 of those guys are very intelligent basketball players, and we can create mismatches, we can get teams in the blender, and a lot of times that's how we were able to generate, I thought, some great looks in the first half. Made some early, and then we went cold, but we felt like we were getting good offense throughout that first half.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
LeBron is ready in the locker room.
Hey, Luka, JJ was telling us that before the game, he said something to you about he wanted you to have a blackout moment, and he felt like he did see one tonight. But how much did you feel a little bit more like yourself, and what got you going in that first quarter?
Yeah, honestly, this is working. No. Yeah, I mean, I think you can see it. Me smiling on the court, having fun. JJ told me, you gotta have that blackout moment you have. So I think I had one. But just felt like me a little bit, so I was happy.
How encouraging is it for you to find your game like this quickly, and then to see the team come along, have the defensive effort as well, and just have that all come together? What kind of confidence does it give you about your new team?
Great confidence, I remember when was the last time I won here. So, it's very tough to play here against that team. So, just to win like that, it's an amazing win for us, and gives me a lot of confidence moving forward.
Luka, JJ made it clear post-game that he wants the ball to go through you and you to run the offense, and then LeBron and Austin will get their shifts when they're staggering kind of the minutes. It felt like you had the ball more in your hands tonight with pick and rolls and mismatch hunting. I guess how comfortable are you feeling within the offense and just kind of getting a sense of your teammates and everything?
Yeah, like I said, every day is gonna get better. I'm getting to learn the plays. They're similar, but all they have different names. So, but I'm getting to learn that. But us 3, I think depends on the day. Everybody has so much talent. So, I think today the way we shared the ball was amazing, and the ball movement was amazing.
JJ said pregame that in order for you guys to kind of get where you want to be, you guys talk about championship. Denver is one of the groups that you have to figure out a way to beat. How meaningful is it to get this win, knowing that they could be a team you'd see down the line?
Big time. Like I said, it's very hard to win here, and playing against these guys, I think our defensive effort was there from the beginning. We were the more physical team, and that's what we got to do every night.
Luka, I know obviously the trade was one of the things about it was obviously the shock of it and leaving Dallas, but another thing was you left behind a really good team that had just gone to the finals. Seeing your new team play at a level like this tonight, how does that hit you about its potential, this group's potential moving forwards, even in the immediacy, not just big picture, like right now?
Yeah, I think our goal is not. I think I know our goal is to win championship. That's our only goal, and I think we have the team for that. Obviously, the chemistry with me and the guys, is gonna take a little time still, but like you saw today, I think it's getting better and better.
It seemed like you guys had a very specific game plan in terms of, or strategy rather, with how you guys defended Jokic. I think his second fewest points he's had this season, tied for his fewest field goal attempts. How encouraged were you not just by the effort, but the actual execution of that strategy, of that game plan, and how you guys sent the doubles on the post ups?
Yeah, I think the game plan was amazing. Obviously we all know what kind of player Jokic is, so it's very tough to guard him. So the way we did today, I think was unbelievable, and we stick to the game plan for 48 minutes, which is amazing. And JJ said after the game, that's a big thing.
Luka, obviously you've been aware of LeBron and kind of what he does for a long time. I want to ask about Austin Reeves, though. Are there anything that surprised you or impressed you more from kind of playing with him and seeing the kind of player that he's grown into?
It doesn't surprise me. I've been watching him a lot. When we play them, it was hard to guard him, and he's just a different guy. He's one of those guys that just makes a difference for him being just on the court. So I'm very excited to get some, playing time with him.
You found LeBron on a few outlet passes already in the short amount of time you played with one another. Is that, is that unspoken? Is that just like you guys are just reading one another and already finding that chemistry?
Yeah, like I said, it's going to take some time, but you saw it. Even in the first game we had some of those. So I'm happy to get my first alley-oop with him.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you. Next time he's going to...
Acquisition of Doncic, who was with Lisa.
Luka, Mike just said it. You've been smiling all night long. Just what felt better tonight?
Just finally feel like myself a little bit, playing this game. This was what I love. So I'm just finally, being myself a little bit. So that's why I was smiling the whole game.
There's been so much talk about you fitting in with the Lakers, about you fitting in with LeBron James. Just how were you able to find a rhythm with LeBron tonight?
Yeah, I think we still got a lot of improvement. I just can't play. This is my fourth game. So, chemistry takes time. But you see today, after 3 games, you saw today that it's getting better. So every day is going to get better.
It's just your 4th game, like you said, with the Lakers. You've gone through so much in the last 3 weeks. You've had to adjust to so much. What have the last 3 weeks been like for you personally?
Hard, different, but I'm happy to be playing basketball. So like I say, every day is going to get better to me. I'm happy to be here. Play with these guys, been incredible. So I'm happy for the new journey.
Keep smiling.
Thank you.
Mike.
Well, the trade was a life changer for Luka Doncic and a game changer for the LA Lakers as they win it 123-100. Next week on NBA Saturday Primetime on